Hello everyone, welcome back to the shed. I'm Lonnie.
Hey, I'm Candace. Welcome back. Over the weekend, we didn't go to garage sales on Saturday, but we did go to some estate sales on Sunday. And there was a lot of estate sales. I think there were 8.
Yeah, we bought a decent amount. We were trying to be picky, but like Candace said, we went to like 8 sales and we were out a long time.
Yeah.
The longest I remember being out.
Because, they were pretty spread apart. And
we were taking our time too. We were kind of chilling.
Yeah.
To some extent, just like really going through each one. And I forgot. Yeah, we bought more than if we just look at piece count.
Oh, yeah.
We bought a lot.
2 places we bought like quantity of stuff.
Yeah.
I'll show you all that stuff. But I think we did pretty good. We, like Lonnie said, we try to be picky for us. Picky. You know how that goes.
I don't think they're going to think we were picky when they see the stuff we got.
Probably not. Okay, so first 2 items, shoes. They were from 2 different sales, by the way. These I paid $2.50 for. They're Karen Scott, navy blue, and I did comp them real quick. And I saw a black pair recently sold for $40 or $50, somewhere up in there.
Did you put that piece of paper behind that buckle? There was already like that.
It comes like that to protect the buckle.
Does that mean that they haven't been worn before?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
They don't look like they have any wear.
Yeah, they look new to me. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
that's awesome.
Sell them new, no tags or whatever, open box, whatever.
All right.
And then these are Joseph Siebel. I'm probably butchering that name.
It's probably Siebel if I had to guess.
They're made in Germany, and man, they are so lightweight, and the leather's really soft, and they're flexible.
It's real supple leather.
Yeah. They feel like they would be really good walking, like like if you're traveling or something, an alternative to tennis shoes, because they're so lightweight and flexible. Yeah,
it's the European comfort shoe. I actually found these.
Yes, and we only paid $2 for them.
Yeah, I can't believe they were still there.
I didn't even comp them because when I felt them, I'm like, surely these are definitely worth paying for picking up for $2.
Whenever I picked it up, I was like, oh, that's high quality. Mm-hmm. So if I can tell something's high quality like that, then it's probably. But sometimes you pick up something that looks like that, and it's one of those Walmart brands. Yeah. Because some of those Walmart brands have gotten really good at mimicking, like, how many times...
they dupe stuff really well.
It looks like it, but then you pick it up and you're like, ew.
Right.
Like, that used to happen to me so often. Went through quite a time before people really knew Doc Martens were worth money somehow. Mm-hmm. I don't know how.
Yeah.
And then I started seeing, like, the Doc Martens Walmart-type knockoffs.
Yeah.
And Goodwill, and I'd be like, oh, Doc Martens. I'd pick them up like, ew.
We've seen some Doc Marten knockoffs. I don't remember where we were, where they even tried to do like the yellow stitching.
Oh, yeah.
But it wasn't really stitching. It was like painted on or something. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Okay, we have a Skeeter hat. I think I paid $1 for it.
Okay, that's my first time seeing it.
Okay. Lonnie found a stack of Robert Heinlein books, 50 cents each. Yeah. They're paperback, so those will get lotted together.
Robert Heinlein, well, he's my favorite author, but his sci-fi paperbacks, they usually do pretty good in lots. That's probably at least probably 20 to 25. If I had to guess, I got to look it up first.
Yeah, we're into them for $2.50.
Yeah.
We went to this house. Y'all should have seen the clothes at this house. This closet was huge. Well, they actually had 2 huge closets at this house full of clothes. And I didn't look real long, but I spotted this sitting on the shelf. And I'm like, that looks like good quality. It is. It's Talbot's. And I paid $2.50. No, it was 40% off of 5. So probably $3.
$3, yep.
Because they round up. They had odd amount price things, and then they did 40% off.
Man, I cannot stand.
Yeah.
40% off on Sunday triggers me.
Yeah.
I got to admit, I don't like it.
Yeah, especially in a house that had that much stuff.
Yeah, I didn't like that. I cannot stand this new 40% trend.
Okay, I took a chance on this. There's a lot of fabric on this roll, you can see here. And I paid $5 for it. What it is panels and it has the directions to make pillows or placemats using the panels. So I don't know if I'm going to...
Wait, the directions are in the fabric?
Yeah, because what you do is you cut out, like the rest of the pillow is back here, the panel.
Oh.
You cut out and you make... So it kind of tells you.
You ever see anything like that?
Yeah. You could buy, I don't know, I'm assuming they still do. Like when I was a kid, it was a big thing. Like there would be like some printed with dolls where you'd cut out and sew it together and make dolls. And
I just didn't know they printed instructions on fabric.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm going to roll it out and see maybe where the pattern starts repeating, cut it, and then sell like that. Or maybe I'll just sell the whole roll. I don't know.
I would just sell the whole
Yeah,
thing.
I don't know. I don't know how people sell this. I'll have to investigate that some more.
Okay.
So we have some more stuff to show y'all.
Okay, so most times at sales, believe it or not, I try and keep a fairly low profile. I'm very like, I try not to crowd anybody. I don't like.
Very mindful, very demure.
Wouldn't you agree with that?
Yeah. We kind of just kind of stay to ourselves, and
I'm very polite. Like if somebody's like looking through something,
Right.
like a bookshelf, and I see something I want to look at, I won't like try and like
reach
work
in front of it.
Like I won't do anything like that. I'm
Yeah.
always like very mindful of other space, and I understand that other people are not necessarily like that. But I had something happen at a sale, and okay, let me break this down. So first of all, I bought some more records, and this is interesting because we actually had a comment about these records, and I don't know if it was from another local reseller or what, or if I mentioned they had a bunch of records left. So I don't know how they knew this or not, but they said, "Do you regret leaving all those the records you didn't buy behind?" Because they knew
that there was a lot. Yeah.
Whether because I told them or they went to that sale because
Right.
they're locals and they knew there were a lot of records left. And I told them no. I bought all the records I wanted because I think on that day we had to pay $2.50. They had like the really nice records that we bought for $300. Or was it $3?
It was. I thought
No, it was $4.
It was
$400 we paid. And then they had another room that had a bunch of records that were $5 a record, but it was half price day, so we were buying them for $2.50 each. So, and I think I bought like, I don't remember how many. But anyways, I bought all I wanted that day.
Yeah, he flipped through every one and pretty much and pulled the ones he thought looked
Right. And I did it pretty quickly, but I
Yeah.
also kind of took my time or whatever. So I told him, I was like, no, I got what I wanted. I don't regret it. Well, we went to the estate sale, and it was a different house, but the records from the other sale were out in the garage on a table, and now they were selling the remainders
Yes.
for $1 a whack.
Right.
So they had 4 boxes set up, and they had 2 ladies that were under the carport there. I said garage, it was a carport, that were going through 2 of the boxes, and they were kind of chatting, and I joined in the conversation, and it was pretty lighthearted. And
There was probably 3 or 4 boxes.
there were 4.
4.
I
yeah.
know the exact number of boxes.
Yeah.
Because each one of them had a box they were going through. I think I started going through a box before they
You were.
walked up.
No one was looking whenever you started going.
Right.
Yeah.
So anyway, they had the 4 boxes, and the tables were positioned in the middle of the carport. You could access the boxes from either side of the table.
Yes.
Does that?
Yes.
Am I laying that out?
The table was in the middle. Yeah.
Okay. So there's a lady next to me. She's going through a box, and I'm just kind of chatting. And this is not the box it was in. It was a longer box, a little bigger box. I'm just kind of chatting with her, and I'm flipping through. And I also have a box on the ground next to me that I'm putting the records that I'm going to buy into.
Yep.
Okay? Real laid back, no big deal. This guy comes out, he's probably about probably 10 years older than us.
He looked, yeah.
Maybe 60 years
Yeah,
old.
that was about my opinion of how he looked.
So he comes out, and look, I'm about, let's role play this.
Okay.
I'm flipping through, And I'm like, oh. And I grab a record, and I put it in my box. And then I reach back to flip again. And, you know, I'm clearly, like, working the box, right?
Mm-hmm.
The guy walks over here. He starts going through the records from the other direction.
Like this, y'all.
Just like that. Exactly like that. And I was just like what? I'm like, why do I get put in this position?
Yep.
And so, like, I don't know how you guys would handle this. No, I think I would prefer that I just, like, let it go and go do something else, but I couldn't. I just couldn't.
I wouldn't have.
I couldn't. So I said, he's right there in front of me. I'm like, are you really going to do that? And he goes, do what? And I said, you saw me going through this box. I've been going through this box. You know, this is like the box I'm going through right now. You see me flipping through it, and you're going to start flipping through it the other direction while I'm still here flipping through it? And he goes, it's not illegal, is it? And I was like, no, it's not illegal, but it's one of the rudest things I've seen in a very long time. And at this point, there are probably like 5 or 6 people under this carport. And I'm loud. I'm gonna say loud capping. I don't know. I'm speaking pretty loudly. Like, and the guy's like, it's no big deal. And I said, well, it kind of is. Like, you know, you normally what you do is, like, if somebody's going through a box, maybe you go through that box right there. There were 4 boxes, 3 people going through them before he showed up. Maybe you go through that box, and then when I finish with this box, then you come look in this box, and maybe I go look at the one that you were looking at. You know, like, it's pretty simple, right? And he's like, well, it's not a big deal. There was one record they had, and I think he was talking about the previous sale. He's like, there was one record I was looking for, and I just wanted to see if it was in the box. I said, well, dude, just wait until I'm done. It's not that, like,
yeah, that is so weird.
This is easy. And I was just, I couldn't believe it. And the 2 ladies that were under there, they were just like, eyes forward on their box. They were in front of them, like, nope. They were like, oh my God, I can't believe this happened.
They were wishing they had their phone rolling with video.
So he had backed off when I started talking to him. He had kind of backed up a step, and then I started flipping through the box again, and then I was still grabbing records, and then he saw I was putting he was still kind of talking some trash or whatever, and he saw us putting the records in a box I had down by my feet, and he was like, he started peeking over. He's like, oh, you got a box down there. I'm like, yeah, those are the ones I'm buying. Then I'm flipping through this box, and I'm putting them in until you showed up to try and, like, and so he goes, well, you might have the record I want in your box. And I'm like, is this dude really still doing this here? And I said, maybe. I don't know. And he kept looking, and he said, hey, I think that's it. I think he, like, thought he saw the edge of it or something. And he said, yeah, you had the record I was looking for. And at that point, I was done with the box. And I was actually done looking out there. I picked up my box, and I said, good. And then I walked in the house.
Bear in mind.
Oh my gosh.
Bear in mind, this sale started at 9 o'clock, and this was around 1 o'clock.
It was incredible.
If this dude really wanted this record, he would have been there at 9 o'clock to look for it.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
And you know what else though, Candace? It's not just that. If the guy would have told me he was looking for one particular record, like if it would have went down differently, like he would have said, hey, I was looking for one record in particular, I would have just let him, would have let the dude look through my records, if I had it, I would have let him buy it.
Or like, which one you looking for? I'll keep an eye out for it. Or
something.
Yeah, he was very rude about his approach.
I've never, I would say I've never seen, I've actually had this happen a couple of times.
Yeah.
I don't know why somebody would think.
Somebody did it to me about a month ago. I'm looking at a table of stuff, and they came and they like they reached over in front of me to grab something. I'm like, whoa, you know?
Yeah, I remember that.
I'm like, why are people so they get in a frenzy over these little $1 items, you know?
I mean, maybe it starts to make me question, like, am I out of line here? Or do I have some unrealistic? But no, I don't think so. Especially in this case, because I'm flipping this way, and he started looking.
Yeah, you were over halfway through the
He
box.
started going this way.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, what? So anyways, I thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
So anyways, I did pick up quite a few records, and I don't, my plan here, look, I already had some of those. Kind of my plan here, look at this. This DJ Swamp.
That's funny.
The skip-proof scratch tool. I don't know how well I did here, Black Uhura. But I figured, like, okay, at $1 a whack, I don't see how I can go wrong. I ended up getting the never-ending breakbeats. I ended up getting 50 records, and we paid $50 for them. My success rate doesn't have to be very high for this to be a pretty nice score.
No. Even if you end up getting $10 a whack.
Right, exactly. Or let's say half of them aren't even worth selling.
Right.
That's still fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Still, I hate telling stories like that because I feel like it portrays me as some kind of like crazy person. I'm typically very reserved, and I stay to myself at these, especially at estate sales. You know, I don't make a bunch of noise at those.
Right. No, we try to be
I really
very,
don't.
Yeah.
Very respectful, and I'm nice to everybody. I try to be.
We went to this one sale, and there was so much craft stuff. I've never seen so much, and there was so much money to be made there. They had a ton of like unused yarn, which we have sold before. Their prices were just right above the mark I would have wanted to pay for that kind of stuff. So we kind of did look at some things and consider. I did find one thing there, Zision's Silent Setter. It's for setting eyelets into clothing. I paid $5 for it. If I remember correctly, it sells for around $25. So,
okay.
Yeah. I got some cookbooks, $1 each. Hawaiian style cooking. I thought that was interesting. Yeah. So grab that one.
I've seen that one before.
Actually,
I haven't seen this one though.
I think we've had both of them.
Oh, we have?
Yeah.
Charleston receipts.
So I paid $1 each, and I couldn't remember if it was worth picking up or not, but then I said, okay, I'll just lot them, the two together. Right. So that made it simple where I didn't even need to comp them. I just grabbed them. So.
Makes sense.
Yep. All right, we have more stuff. Okay, y'all, this sale, we went to the sale and they had so many books in this house, like these huge bookshelves. They had priced individually each and every
single book. Every single one.
Had a price tag.
That was the 40% off sale.
Yes.
That was crazy. I've never seen
that. And I mean, we're not talking like this crazy like literature collection. It was just random books, just paperbacks and all kinds of stuff.
No, it's the books you normally see at estate sales, or we normally see at estate sales where they're like paperbacks $1, hardcovers $2 or $4 or $3 or whatever, and then on half price day you're picking them up for whatever. They had a piece of paper in every one, and I don't think I'm exaggerating. They had to have had at least 1,000 books.
Yeah.
Because they had like multiple bookcases throughout the house. Right. And there was nothing like really special.
No.
And they weren't selling many books either.
No, nobody. I mean, people saw those prices and were like, "What?" And then they were, like you said, they were only 40% off.
Right.
I did pick up this Nelson study Bible.
That's nice.
I paid $6 for it.
That's a nice Bible.
It is, and it was kept in this case, so it's got the tabs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it's in good condition.
Oh no, that was a great buy.
Yeah.
I can tell you that Bible is gonna that's gonna be a pretty decent one here.
Yeah.
It doesn't even have a dedication page, or did they? I wonder if they took it out, or did I miss it? Oh, it's right there.
Yep.
And it's not filled out.
Right.
Okay, nice.
Yep. That's
really nice. Look at all the. Are those attached to it?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And they're in the binding, see?
Wow. Look,
yeah.
Man, that's a nice one.
Yeah. Okay, this camera. What did we pay for this?
$750.
Okay, it does DVD or DRW where you know
It's DVD RW.
yeah
or DVD
where you could use the disc and rewrite over.
Right.
Yeah. So we do have a battery in it. There's no charger though.
Yeah, there is.
Oh, there is.
No.
No.
It's in front of you.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
That's why. Actually, that's why I bought it, because I actually have another one of those on the shelf over there.
Ah.
And I was like, well, if this one doesn't work, I can probably use that charger for the other one.
Yeah.
And actually, I hope it does fit both, because then I'll know if I should buy a charger or not.
Right.
For the other one.
Right.
And I think I do have some DVD-Rs I could test that with.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure I do. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but yeah, $750 for that. That's kind of a no-brainer. Sony Handycam, and that's a nice low pro bag with it too.
All right, I paid $15 for this. I don't know if it's supposed to be a bowl, just like a bowl. I don't know if y'all can tell. It's got an indentation here, or an ashtray without the place to put your cigarette. It's glass. It's all glass, and you can kind of see how it's like. It's like they did a layer of glass and then painted it, and then there's more glass on top or something. Mm-hmm. And it's got like gold flakes in it. It's really cool looking. It's got a very mid-century modern like boomerang shape to it.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
But there's no markings on it. I don't know anything about it. I was just intrigued about
hopefully
it.
an image search will turn something up.
Yeah, I mean, I tried, of course, briefly, and that brought up all kind of stuff because it's just this red blob shape, you know.
Might have to do a Google.
I might have to resort to just keyword Googling and hopefully getting lucky.
Yeah.
It has happened before.
Okay, so far I think most of the stuff we showed y'all is pretty rational. You know, oh, I see why y'all bought that probably, you know, for the most part. You know, that makes sense. Okay, get ready for this. Okay, could not resist.
This is Lonnie's version of being picky.
Yeah.
We brought a bunch of horse trophies.
Yep, here we are. So, yep, these are a bunch of horse trophies, and I think they're from the 70s.
Yeah,
like,
they're from the 70s, and we went through, they had a lot more, but we went through and got just the metal ones.
Yeah, they had some that were plastic. These are all metal horses on these old trophies. Look at that. That one's kind of neat.
That's cool looking.
Got a horseshoe cut out, and that is a metal horse on top of it.
Yeah.
Man, look at that one. This one's really fancy. Champion Youth Mare, Covington, Louisiana. And most of them, or all of them, I think, say something about American Quarter Horse Association.
Right.
They even had like several people at this sale saw me going around the house, because they had them in a couple of rooms looking for these trophies. and a couple of them got involved. Hey, there's another one in here, and like they were helping. Like,
yeah, they were all over the house.
And they even had one. They had one that was metal and wood, just like these, but it was literally like about as tall as Candace.
Yeah.
And people were trying to get me to buy that one. I was like, nah, I think I'm gonna hold off. I think I'm good. I got enough of these.
Yeah.
So I ended up buying all these. And we paid $5 a whack, so we're into them. I think I told them 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we have 10. So we paid $50 for all 10 of them. I think I'm going to go ahead and get those listed today, so we don't have to keep handling
Yeah, some of them are like really heavy.
Yeah, and I don't know. We found comps anywhere between $30 to $50, $30 to $50 a whack. So, if we potentially $300 to $500 worth of stuff there.
Yeah.
After we bought them, I kind of like started having a little bit of remorse, horse remorse. But
of course.
But yeah, I find that's a weakness for me when I find quantity of something.
Collections.
A quantity of something that's interesting like this. That I can get for a pretty good price. It's hard for me to
just lot them up. Instant horse trophy collection.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't think so. So we'll see how we do with these. What do you think? Would you buy some stuff like this? We've actually done decent with metal top trophies in the past, depending on subject. That one I need to tighten
Yep.
the nut on. We've done pretty well, but I've never found horses like this. Man, that's a nice looking one there, and I like the silver ones too.
Yeah.
Some of them do have a little bit of. They are old. I think I have a couple with kind of some weird things on the finish or something.
Yeah,
you
like the gold lacquer is pretty much rubbed off.
Right.
You can see the difference between. I don't know if y'all can see on the camera from here to here what it was like and what it looks like now.
Yeah.
So.
What do you think about this buy?
They're cool.
She don't like it. That's Candace's version of I wouldn't have bought it, but I could see how somebody might want to.
The comps are very speculative. First of all, there's not a lot out there. Like these vintage metal trophies, horse trophies. So that aren't just like some big event like Kentucky Derby or I don't know about horse.
Well, like what I was telling Candace though is, or here's my thinking: these people that are going to buy these. They don't care what's on this. As a matter of fact, they're probably going to pop this off and put their own on there.
Or just put it in for decoration, like in a lodge or something,
Yeah.
You know, like Cracker Barrel buys vintage decorations to decorate their restaurants.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe there's a horse racing themed restaurant somewhere that needs a trophy.
So at this point of the day, we already pulled orders. But we're going to go ahead and roll that footage for you now.
Yep.
I think y'all probably know on a Monday morning we're not going to take this much time to show the haul before we pull orders because we got to get them out.
Yep.
So let's go ahead and pull orders now. Okay, time to get these orders pulled and packed.
Yeah, so we had sales on eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari. Starting out with eBay. This one is on 8 Bravo. It's a pair of faux boxing gloves from Crew of Bacchus Mardi Gras Parade. They're a Mardi Gras throw.
Okay. Yep. These are interesting, huh?
Yeah. They're life size and you can wear them. They're not going to protect your hand if you use them.
Well, they're not going to protect the other person's face that you're hitting. That's the more important thing.
Yeah, there's no protection there. $20 for those. We sold Micro Machines, 14 Bravo, number 8.
Yeah. Okay, there's Bravo 8. That shelf is a little bit packed right now. But the good news is, here we go. What we get for those? I'm sorry.
$99.99.
Okay, nice. Or it might, oh yeah, that's the one we actually sold for 100. Wait, let's go ahead and pull the other one because I know we have another one too while I have this down.
Alrighty. Number 5.
Sorry, I'm going out of order on you.
$89.99 for number 5.
Okay. So yeah, that ended up being realistic.
Yeah.
If only these transformers would sell as fast as that stuff.
I never would have thought Micro Machines are as good as they are because we did well with them on that Hot Wheels buy also.
Yeah, and they were just the normal. They weren't
modern,
like special or anything.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's awesome. And if y'all notice, we do have this all cleared. And I was looking just now. We have some big spots opening up.
Yeah.
And we'll have some more after, Look, you have a big spot right here. Because this can go somewhere else too.
Yeah, I've been stacking a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
All right, next item. Italiana.
Oh, I didn't realize we sold one of those.
Yep.
That's awesome. Okie doke.
$29.99 for that.
We don't have unlimited number of these left at this point.
I know. Next 2 orders, 2 different people.
Uh-huh.
The new little Game Boys you picked up.
Oh, the games.
The games, not the Game Boys. Pocket 123 is Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. Okay. That sold for $22.99.
I mean, I edited the video last night where we picked these up, and I was talking about how gross they were. I probably shouldn't have said that, or I didn't realize that it's just the plastic.
Yeah, it's stained.
I cleaned, like, the back of this cart. like I rubbed the heck out of it with a paper towel with alcohol on it, which I wouldn't normally do. And y'all can see,
Yeah.
it still looks like that. So, and especially based on this label looking good, it was never, like, it was a little dirty, but it was not, like, it wasn't nasty at all. Like, when I cleaned it.
You didn't get a bunch of debris off, yeah.
No, it wasn't like, no, it wasn't really that bad. It's just the plastic was discolored.
Yep. And then Ducktail sold, pocket $1.46. So Zelda sold for $22.99 and Ducktail sold for $14.99.
Isn't that funny how we get stuck on items, like our themes? Like it was
DuckTales?
It was Garfield like a few weeks back, and then now we've sold like 2 DuckTales things.
Yep.
Within the past, I don't know, 10 days or so.
Right. 2 unrelated items.
I know.
Hey Charlie, Funko, My Little Pony, Dr. Hooves.
I didn't realize we sold another one of those too. Charlie. Okay, I see. I am on 8 Charlie. I see a rainbow. That says Rainbow Dash. It's not Rainbow Dash, right?
No, he's wearing a red tie.
Okay.
Man, I wonder if I did. It's right here. I put the wrong location.
Oh, okay. I was
right
never
there.
going to find it. All right.
I must have did a sell similar and I didn't change the
Okay.
location.
Well, I'm glad you knew.
$12.99 for that.
Yeah, that one you had to take off for that.
Yeah.
You see, there's a crease
Bad
on the box.
Yep. Yeah, those boxes are not designed very well. They squish in very easily. Yeah.
Because they have the big window that wraps all the way around.
Yeah. Next 2 items, same order. Vinyl records in 10. One is in 1 box and one is in 2 box.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get those boxes down. If we have any other vinyl, let's go ahead and pull it now too. I'll go ahead and grab the boxes. Okay, I've got the boxes.
Box number 2, Cannibal Corpse Vial.
Cannibal Corpse Vial. That's a good word for it.
$19.79.
Yeah, that artwork.
Their artwork on all their
it's
covers.
rough, man.
Yeah. Number 1 box, Cannibal Corpse Gallery of Suicide.
Okay, is that going on the same
person? Yes.
Same order?
$22.99 for that.
Doke.
Slayer in number 1 box, Haunting the Chapel. This is a different person.
Different order now?
Yep.
Okay. All right, found it.
$20.99.
Okay.
And then in number 1 box, a different person, Albert King, Born Under a Bad Sign.
Okay. And no, I didn't put them in any order, any kind of particular order. Here we go. This is it.
$17.99 for that one.
Okay. I'm glad to see those going out because
You're gonna need the space.
I'm gonna need some more room because we got more vinyl. Let me go ahead and put these back up.
Back to the pockets. Pocket 153. These are some earrings for Monster High Doll Abby Abominable.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. I'm glad we took that offer. We got an offer on these for like $8.
Yeah.
And I asked Candace if I would have known how, well, I guess I should have known they were small. They're earrings for dolls that are like 12 inches tall.
Right.
So, all right. So, yeah, we took an $8 offer on those. And they've been listed a long time.
They have a few years, yeah.
Okay.
We sold a World's Fair lot, 12 Alpha WF998.
Okay.
12 Alpha.
That's going to be up here. Let me go around the other side and look.
Probably that big box at the bottom not labeled.
It sure is.
Yeah.
Okay.
The ladder's right by you.
Okay, my best bet is just to go up and turn the camera off. I'll be back. Okay, I excavated that box, and then I made this all one tall stack. Stacked some other boxes over here, and now we've got a big hole here.
Yeah, a big inventory space.
Yes. Okay, we are gonna make this work. I am optimistic. And I'm also glad to sell this. Man, this stuff has been doing good. The World's Fair stuff, man.
It has, yeah.
We've made a lot of money on that.
Okay, we have some. These are really heavy. We're probably going to have to turn the camera to lug these over here.
Where are they at?
They're on 4 alpha.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to have to go up for those.
You know what's funny? Wait, oh, well, you didn't say what they were. I'm sorry.
It's the T-post fence clips, the galvanized clips for fencing.
Yeah, so we told y'all we've been, oh, this is them right here.
You see them?
Yeah. Man, they are.
They're heavy.
You know what? I'm going to come around that side because I can access it better. Those are super heavy, I think.
I don't know.
Oh, man, we got stuff in there. Okay. All right. Yeah, let me cut the camera again because this is tricky again. Okay, we got these down. And that did clear up some more space.
Yeah.
And that also reminds me of a story. We watched a few episodes of Yellowstone over the weekend. And in one of the episodes, they were building a fence. Mm-hmm. And they were using these things.
Yep, barbed wire fence.
And I don't remember the exact scene, but one dude, who was it? Was it Rick?
Or Casey maybe.
He took a whole bag of those things and whacked somebody upside the head with them.
Yeah.
Oh man, it was brutal. It was like, oh, that's what you use this for.
Yeah, they're so heavy. Like, how much does that package weigh?
It's not. I mean, when I say heavy, it's not like 100 pounds.
No, but I remember one of those bags. They're pretty substantial.
Yeah, let me pick it up. Oh, it's not that bad. I'm gonna guess it's like maybe 26 pounds.
You have 23 in here.
Oh, 23. Okay, yeah. It's not that heavy. It's just dense.
So $64.99 for those.
Okay, nice. We paid $10 for those at a garage sale a couple months ago, I think.
Yep. Okay, that's all the eBay items. On Macari, we sold some roller skates. They're on 1 Echo, some white roller skates.
That's good to see. So I gotta be careful with these turtles. Okay, come on out of there. Let's see, this skate's kind of hung up. Go. I remember getting those. I remember we got a pretty good deal on those guys.
Yeah.
On the skates. Here we go.
Now, those sold for $29.99, shipping included.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Good news is they're going to Georgia. Not too far.
So it'll probably be like $8 to ship them.
And then we sold a Hallmark ornament. This is a Spaniel dog on 5 Bravo.
Okay. Imagine I'm probably going to go to the other side for that. Let's see.
It's a 2010 Spaniel dog. He's holding like a yellow ball.
Oh, it's in a box. Okay.
Yeah. He's got a yellow ball and a leash in his mouth.
I got him right here.
And that sold for $12 plus ship.
Okey-doke.
And then we have a Poshmark order. This is a vintage Levi's denim jacket. It's on 4 Echo. It's a XXL tall.
4 Echo.
It's from the 80s.
Echo. Okay. I mean, I guess it might be on 4 Echo. Levi's double XLT?
Yep.
Got it.
And that's over 50 plus ship.
I thought we took 40.
No, I had it listed for 60 and we took 50.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, we keep 40 is what I saw.
Maybe so.
Okay, we end up keeping.
Yeah, our earnings are 40.
Okay, that's what I saw on there.
Yep.
All right. Let's see, I moved these. Where'd I move these from? Oh,
Right
man.
there, Lonnie.
Candace, would you fix this?
I will. I'll take care of it.
Okay, 'cause I can't. I must have covered up where we're supposed to go. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get this stuff all packed up. Okay, I'm still packing.
Yep.
And I got Scoob on top of my records over here.
So this is a Scooby-Doo we picked up at a garage sale, right? Was
No.
it? No, at that pick we went to.
The pick we went to on Friday.
So let me show y'all.
Thursday?
Whenever I found it, I searched on eBay, and this is what I found. And this is a sold listing. It said $50, and that's the only sold I saw. And there's no actives currently. And we just went. Well, let me show you real quick. It is electronic. Theirs said sold as is, no returns, which tells me they don't say it, but that tells me theirs doesn't work.
Well, or they don't. Yeah, it probably has a dead battery at minimum.
Right.
And they didn't verify anything else.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and let me tell you, this was like stitched clothes. It's meant to be Velcro, but because it wasn't sold in packaging, I'm assuming they stitched it closed so some kid couldn't get a hold of the battery, you know. So I went in there and the batteries were very corroded and rusted. I got them out. I cleaned it out as best I could, and I popped some fresh batteries in there, and he works fine now. Yeah. So, okay. So back to here. We just went to look at product research to see if this comp holds true, like, to history. And there's only been one other sold besides that one down here in 22 for $25. The interesting thing is, though, our $50 comp, it actually sold for $37.50. Looks like they took an offer.
Yeah, you have to be careful with anytime there's a sold comp, where they had best offer on it. It is possible that they don't show the best offer.
Sometimes they do, but a lot of times they don't.
Do they even show it anymore? Because they used to always show it.
They used to show it on the search screen, like here.
Oh, yeah.
Remember it used to have a slash through
Go down a little bit. It would be just like, wait, I'm sorry. Go back up. Go back up a little bit. What is this? What is this right here?
Yeah.
Oh, that's just a sale price.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't even know. Maybe they don't even show offers. So, but you got to be careful if you see best offer. But one trick you can do that Candace I know does a lot. You copy the title and then paste it into that product research, and then you can find out what it actually sold for.
Hey, this just caught my eye. Look at this bolo.
What's that?
The VHS with the Scooby plush in it.
Is that the Scooby plush?
No,
that's
a different one.
Oh, okay.
It's smaller, because think that's a VHS.
Oh, okay.
So it's a little plush, and he's wearing, but still, look at that.
$350.
Let's see if that's what they really got.
I actually saw it when on your
did you?
Yeah, it's on the product research screen already.
Yep, they got $350 free ship.
Supposedly. This year too. How do you get $350 for that? That looks kind of, that might be somebody that has like a pallet of those.
That'd be nice.
And they made a fake comp.
No, I mean,
think about that sometimes. You ever think about that?
Yeah, they might have not produced a lot of these, and some Scooby-Doo Ultimate Collector.
It was $350.
Oh, I get it. Look, we sell stuff all the time that I'm like.
I know, but usually there's not just one. It might be the search terms. If you search for that, you might be able to find it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just put, because I do have plush in there, so that might be the only one. Let's see.
Okay.
I'm just curious now.
Scooby Zombie. Okay, yeah, go high to low. Because there's no way they just sold that for $350 without having a comp.
Here's a graded one.
Oh, wait. Graded?
Yeah.
Somebody got that. Look, somebody else sold it.
A lot.
On Zombie Island. Feeble Goes West. That's
a big lot of, yeah.
Okay, that has nothing to do with it.
I mean, look, here's just a sealed one, went for $50 without the plush. So that's a sought after VHS. That's a little bolo.
Yeah,
Scooby.
but this is the only time it's ever sold. How did they know to sell it for $350, and why did somebody pay $350?
I don't know.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Well, that tells you there's no other ones sold. That's a pretty rare thing.
Yeah, it is, but I don't trust it. Here's my whole point. What I'm saying, look, maybe they sold it for that. I would not trust. I do not trust a single comp.
What he's saying is, if he saw somebody selling it for $100, he would not pay that to resell.
No, I would not.
That's what he's trying to say.
That's the only point I'm trying to make. I'm not trying to argue.
Right.
All I'm doing is I'm saying, if I see one single comp for something, and it doesn't like add up.
Right.
Like if I saw a solid sterling silver Scooby that sold for that, I'd be okay. This makes sense. But whenever a comp really doesn't make sense, and I have one piece of evidence to support it, I'm not going to go very deep into paying for that. Now, would I pay 20? Maybe so. I probably would.
Because like I said, that probably sold to an ultimate Scooby collector, and he might be the only person in the world willing to pay that. So you got to think about those things.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That was the only point I was trying to make.
All right. Well, we've been having our heads down listing. Lonnie tackled the horses.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna keep listing. Candace has to go pick up. Candace has to go pick Molly up from practice. But I've gotten half of these listed, and I'm not even like. I'm telling y'all, the prices on these things are all over the place. So I'm not real certain about my pricing, which is not great. But this one that I listed for $75, it literally has sold for that several times. And it's listed for that by other people, and it's in really good condition. We also have a few that have like some minor condition things going on, and then I think some of these others. Well, this one I do. This one's going to have some condition stuff because it's loose. It's only attached in one place. Right here, and that is loose, so I'm gonna have to try and tighten that up. But even after I do that, it is gonna have some scratches there. This one looks pretty good. This one looks decent, but it's a smaller horse. And then I think this one is pretty good too. No, this one has some issues too. Yeah, I may not. If I do, I'm going to list it, I guess, but...
Which is really cheap.
I mean, that one might get listed for like $20.
That one is cool. I'm curious if there's any others like that.
I don't know. This is McNeese, which they're the Cowboys.
Oh.
That's their mascot. So I might try and get some kind of cross thing
going.
And what I have been doing, I'll show y'all one, is I've been putting a number like H1, H2, H3, H4, H5 like that. And then I've also been stretch wrapping them just to kind of protect the finish of the metal and of the wood. And I'm going to power through. I'm thinking I'm going to try to finish getting all those up this afternoon. It's like 4:30 something right now. I'm going to try and finish that out. Also, I want to talk to y'all about Lonnie's losers. Since we're starting to kind of creep up, I have an idea. I haven't even talked to you about this.
Okay, what you got?
So somebody made a good suggestion in the comments a week or two ago that one idea is that we could have the losers, the sell similar losers, drop on the weekends. And I think that's a fantastic idea.
So, like, still do them during the week, but then when you go to redo them, schedule them for the weekend drop?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And then the other idea that I had regarding that is, since today was a little slower than most Mondays as far as orders, but most Mondays, it's kind of hard to squeeze that in anyway, and we're starting to catch up faster than I'd like. So for the time being, Tuesday and Wednesday in the shed, we'll do losers that get published on Saturdays. I'll schedule those for Saturdays, and then Thursday, Friday losers, I'll schedule those to drop on Sunday.
Okay,
I don't even know if that matters or not, but why not?
There'll be activity in the store on the weekends.
Right.
Can't hurt.
It can't hurt, other than the listings won't be up for a couple of days later than they normally would. But what's it matter at that point? These are things that haven't sold for over a year anyway.
Right.
So it's not that crucial. I like the idea, though, of having listings dropping every single day. As a matter of fact, I did come out here. We'll talk more about Momentum Board tomorrow because we're going to be starting a brand new month. But I actually came out here and listed 2 things for $62 on Saturday, oddly enough. So, but yeah, that is going to be it for this one. Thanks a bunch for watching, and we'll see y'all again very soon. Bye, y'all.
Bye.